So this time the question is, what is the difference between weather and climate? No? So in the attempt na trying to answer yung ating last no, na naiwan na scenario, whether it's real or fake, no, let's proceed no, with weather and climate. So ano po ang pinagkaiba nilang dalawa? So, we have now answers no on the comment section whether short-term climate is long-term. So ayun yung ating pinaka-main no na answer no. Pagiging short-term or pagiging long-term nitong ating weather and climate. So how short no is short-term no and how long is long-term? So kung yun po yung main na difference sa kanila, then maybe we need to differentiate no being short-term and being long-term. So, gaano po kaya kahaba pag sinabi nating short term at saka long term? Ayan, let's see. So sabi dito, so weather no, is the state of atmosphere at a given time and place over a short period of time. No, it's constantly changing, sometimes even minutes, no, up to days, no. So those changes are considered as weather. Climate, on the other hand, is the average weather at a place usually over period of years, no. So based on observed patterns for a long period of time, no, 30 years or more. Okay, so yun daw po yung ating pinaka-difference sa kanilang dalawa. So tama naman po tayo. Short term si weather, long term si climate. So when we say short term, it can be minutes, hours, no days no na changes ay considered as weather. And sa si climate naman no is the average weather. So technically, we can anticipate what could be the weather no somehow based on the patterns that we have observed for a long period of time. So ibig sabihin mula sa mga data that we have gathered no ay we now anticipate what would be no the possible weather for the next days. Okay? So, ngayon we now have advanced no ng mga data kung paano natin nababanggit na ito yung ating weather patterns or ito yung ating climate. Kasi meron tayo mga pang-measure ng mga different elements ng weather.
No?
But even way back before no sa ating history no, our ancestors actually no have been able to describe yung ating climate no and they can even pinpoint no kung kailan itong mga set ng mga times mangyayari. So kahit wala pa sila noong kalendaryo, they have an idea no on their seasons no through their constellations no. So next Saturday we'll have si Doc Sheila po no talking about outer space. Pero ayun po no so ibig sabihin noon they can have able to know identify patterns ng ating weather no and they have been able somehow to record it no by associating it to specific constellations no kung ano po yung magiging kailan si tag-ulan no kailan si tag-init and somehow it give us an idea no our ancestors no have been able no to also conceptualize no climate no and they can adjust no their activities before no by anticipating what would be the weather no through their no knowledge no on the climate based on their experience. Okay, pero ngayon medyo mas advanced, ibig sabihin mas thorough po yung ating mga pwedeng pag-describe na mga magagawa dahil po dito. Okay? So now, ano po kaya ngayon ang tinutukoy dito sa ating tinatawag na state of atmosphere, no? So ano-ano ang kasama sa weather? So what are these elements? So weather and climate mainly involves air temperature, humidity, precipitation, air pressure, wind, and cloud cover. So isa-isahin po natin sila. I'm sure medyo aware po kayo dito and what we want no is to really deepen no our scientific background on these elements. So let's start with the air temperature. No? Pinaka-common po natin yan. No? Pag sinabi nating weather, dalas yung temperature yung ating unang
Right.
i-describe. So temperature is the measure of the average kinetic energy of the air molecules, how fast they are moving, no? So oftentimes pag sa mas mga lower grade level, we just describe si temperature no as hotness and coldness. But syempre gusto natin we can quantify these concepts no and how are we able to do it no it's somehow based no on our idea on the kinetic energy of air molecules. Doon tayo kay thermometer. To measure air temperature is somehow getting the idea of the average kinetic energy of air molecules. Paano ba ginagawa ng thermometer mag-measure nito? Nakukuha ba talaga natin yung bilis Kino-compute ba natin yung ating temperature mula dun sa bilis nila? What happens is that this alcohol or mercury inside dun sa ating glass thermometer no umaangat bumababa. So umaangat and bumababa siya kasi nagche-change yung kanyang pinaka volume, no? So somehow, what we use no in our thermometers are different physical properties of different materials that adjust to temperature. Okay? So ibig sabihin, the actual thermometer scaled na po yun, no? So adjusting na somehow, meron tayong idea na ito yung ating pinaka-temperature, ito yung kanyang magiging katumbas, no? Kasi kung paano naman natin nagsimula mag-measure ng thermometer, hindi naman tayo diretso dun sa air molecules no na movement. Okay? So kung babalikan natin yan, no, ang basis ng ating Celsius degree is yung water, no, na 0 degree is freezing point, yung ating 100 degrees Celsius is boiling point, no. So somehow meron tayong general idea ano yung katumbas na. Then later on na lang, no, in-adjust natin si thermometer to use yung Kelvin scale, no, and we now have related it to energy and we quantify. Okay? So yun yung ating pinaka-concept. Pero somehow, best pa rin no, to define it sa ating mga students that air temperature is related to movement of ating particles so that they can imagine what happened no kung mataas yung air temperature then meaning mas bumibilis yung paggalaw ng ating particles no at kung ito naman ay medyo mas malig mas bumabagal yung kanilang pinakapaggalaw. Okay? So, yun yung ating first, no, na very common naman na element. No? Medyo pinagulo ko lang na onte para uh, makinig pa rin kayo no pero somehow hopefully nakuha natin minsan we need to extend no yung ating descriptions ng mga elements so that after some time habang dumadami yung elements na natatandaan nila or pumapasok sa kanilang isip medyo mas nabubuo nila yung big na pictures minsan pag ang option lang natin o yung gusto nating gawin lagi is padaliin sa ating mga estudyante hindi nagiging mas madali sa kanila habang tumatagal. So if we wanted them to have a deeper understanding of what happens po no sa ating environment no sa earth no sa space we need really no to ano po ba to start no planting seeds no ng some of the physics concepts na involved po dito. Okay? So now let's proceed dito po sa ating humidity no element no. The concentration of water vapor in the air compared to the maximum the air can hold at that temperature. When high, air feels sticky and sweaty. When low, air feels dry no. Si So, kay humidity, no, ano yung common na word no na ina-associate natin no pag yung ating pakiramdam no is somehow related dun sa humidity, no? So, ayan, maalinsangan. Thank you so much, no? Pag sinabi nating maalinsangan, ano po bang ibig sabihin yan? Pero somehow, ayan, no, malagkit, no? So may pakiramdam tayo na para tayong naglalagkit. Sabi sa comment section, sticky sweat, no? So ibig sabihin, para kang naglalagkit, nandun pa yung mga ah, pawis mo, no? Eh bakit po ba? Why do we feel no sticky, no? Na sa pakiramdam kapag maalinsangan? Ayan, mainit at masakit sa balat, no? Dahil sa moisture. So ano po yung kinalaman nun? Ayan, sweat does not evaporate. No? So as we know, no, our body, no, one way no, to keep our temperature low no, is to release it. No? And the sweat no, facilitates the release of the extra heat no, inside our body. So lalabas yung ating sweat, no? Somehow parang more likely is majority water lalabas sa ating balat no kasama nung init no na dinala niya and the idea is this should evaporate no para completely alis siya sa atin no pero minsan hindi siya nag-evaporate no and the reason is no there's too much water vapor already on the air, no? So doon ngayon papasok si humidity. Kung mataas yung humidity, it means no that there's too much no water vapor no yung gas form ni air ni water no na present na already doon sa ating air. So hindi dahil marami ng pawis no nakasama yung air but somehow yung mga ibang nag-evaporate pa na liquid no doon yung mga tubig sa kalsada kung natapos yung ulan, tubig galing sa dagat. So kung high yung humidity, somehow the air no cannot carry further no yung ating pinaka-sweat. Kaya ang idea na iiwan sa ating katawan no and yung init sa ating katawan hindi rin masyado nang nare-release no kasi nandyan pala yung mga dati mong una mong pinawis. So now, that's why we associate yung ating humidity dun sa maalinsangang pakiramdam or parang nanlalagkit na pakiramdam, no? So somehow, yun yung ating idea, no? So kung saturated na yung air, then somehow, evaporation cannot continue, no? Naiiwan na yung sweat sa ating balat. So that's for humidity. Next natin, no, na concept na nire-relate dito kay humidity, no, is yung ating init factor, no? So lately, meron tayong mga suspensions bago umulan, no? So, meron tayo ngayong heat index na minomonitor, no? Sa amin no nakaraan, almost a week, no? Continuously, walang pasok. Kasi pag lumagpas yung ating heat index so sa certain value, ay nagkakansela tayo. So ano po bang dahilan nito? Ano po ba itong tinatawag naman no, na heat index or init factor? Ayan, wala. O siya, let's check, no? So, So now, no, we have no also provisions no, to cancel classes no pag sobrang init. Dati sasabihin na naman ng matanda, wala namang ganyan dati. Parang nag-aarte lang yung mga tao, nagsususpend agad, no. Pero dati po hindi naman kasi po tayo pumapasok no during ng summer. So ngayon nagre-readjust po ulit tayo ng ating school calendar, no. And now, no, we consistently monitor na rin talaga si heat index. So ano po si heat index? So first, no, so hindi siya basta katulad lang po ng ating air temperature. Heat index no considers the temperature no feels no like to the human body no factoring in humidity, no? So hindi siya yung normal na temperature ng katawan but kung ano yung kanyang nararamdaman. And somehow pina-factor in natin si humidity kasi nga sabi kanina kung may mataas na humidity then technically sweating no cannot efficiently release heat inside our body, leading no what we feel no higher than normal, no. So yun po yung nangyayari. Kaya kung titingnan natin dito no yung ating mga ranges no from caution up to extreme danger. So ibig sabihin sometimes our body can feel no that up to that level no nung temperature no dahil po doon sa pag-factor in ng ating ng ating humidity. So automatic suspension oftentimes no is dun sa 42 degrees Celsius sa danger. But yung iba no minsan nasa discretion ng mga schools no yung iba starting sa 40 degrees Celsius ay nagsususpend na po yung iba. Siguro different context din po ng ating mga schools no. Kasi kunyari kung mas limited yung ating electric fan no then mas less no na chance no to minimize no possibly yung totoong mararamdaman natin. So hindi naman po kasi sinabi na pag ang heat index ay 42 degrees Celsius, hindi po yun right away yun yung mararamdaman ng ating katawan. So depende pa rin po yan sa lugar, no? So yun po yung ating isa ritong kino-consider. And if you will rely doon kay Pag-asa, oftentimes din kasi medyo mas limited lang yung mga area that nagre-release sila ng heat index. Kunyari, sa Manila, we have yung sa Pasay at saka doon sa UP Diliman, no? So medyo magkaiba ng context yun. Yung nasa Pasay, nandun sa may NAIA area, no doon mayroong maraming skyway no mas kulob no technically medyo mas madalas mataas yung heat index doon no as compared din kay UP Diliman medyo mas malawak so somehow yun po no currently siguro we need more no na mga areas that we can compute specific heat index for different specific places pero yun po ang ating isa no sa pwede nating dagdag no na linawin sa ating mga students especially that we now use no heat index more no on somehow on decision making kung paano natin gagawin or uh, i-rouse yung ating araw. Yan. So, yan. Sabi sa comment section, apektado yung ating body, no? And talagang minsan hindi tayo makakatrabaho ng maayos. And it's also a health risk, no? Kung babalikan natin yung slide natin, it can even cause ng heat stroke, no? Yung having high na heat index. Okay? So, now, let's have naman si precipitation. Sabi dito, any water, liquid or solid falling from clouds, rain, snow, sleet, or hail. In Philippines, the most common precipitation that we have is rain. Meron tayong mga hail sa mga ilang mga lugar, pero si snow, wala pa po tayong natatala no, na nagkaroon ng snow sa Philippines. Kung may mga advertisement man ng snow, malamang bubbles-bubbles yun. No? or siguro ay created no artificially no. So bakit po ba no sa Philippines ay hindi pwedeng magkaroon ng snow no? Ano po naman ang reason para dito, no? So, kung magpe-pray po ba yung ating mga kindergarten students na magka-snow, no, every day, ay posible po ba silang mapagbigyan? Kasi gustong-gusto nila yan, eh, no? Ano po kaya yung pinaka-main na reason? Malapit tayo sa equator, no? Because of latitude. Ayan, nice po, no? So, these are the factors, no, affecting it. Pero paano po ba, no? So, sir, yung snow hindi pwede, pero yung hail meron. Eh yung hail nga, mas malalaking mga tipak ng yelo. Hindi ba yung mas matigas na hail ay somehow ah, dapat mas impossible, no? Kumpara doon sa snow. Kasi sa pinanonood ko naman po, teacher, yung snow parang mabilis lang matunaw, maliliit lang. Pero yung hail, masakit nga yun pag matamaan ka kasi malalaking tipak ng bato yung meron. So paano nangyari yung hail pwede, yung snow hindi? No? Ayan. So, meron tayong mga idea dito, no, kung paano nagpo-form yung ating hail. So, oftentimes, no, hail forms, no, if we have thunderstorms, no, and this water vapor is pulled up very high po, no, doon sa ating atmosphere. And oftentimes, pag may thunderstorm, no, merong sudden decrease ng temperature, no, that will result, no, to freezing, no, right away, no. So, yun, kaya medyo mas malalaki yung shape niya. So si snow po kasi no what it needs no is consistent po no na low temperature mula sa taas hanggang sa baba no kasi nga medyo mas maliliit yung ating mga uh, cluster po no ng mga ice doon sa snow. So kung snow man yung makikreate sa atin no as it moves down no dahil mas mainit nga sa atin as tropical areas tayo no yung ating air temperature by average no is high so somehow malulusaw na siya. So kung may na-form man na snow sa ating atmosphere, hindi siya nakakarating doon sa ground. Si hail, nakakaabot sila kasi si hail malaking tipak ng bato, no? Ay, ng bato ng yelo. So as it moves down, kahit na naiinitan yan, as it moves down, no? Hindi siya completely no, nag-evaporate. Okay? So that's the idea, no? Na bakit yung hail meron, si snow naman po ay hindi pwede. No? So sabi rito, hindi po niya mangyari but in future pwede na po umulan ng snow no kapag nag-move. So may kita natin later on nga po no the overall climate in an area no could possibly change. So alamin